Let's start with Palworld. This is the game that's Pokemon but with guns. I really don't know any other way to explain it. It's Pokemon with guns. It's releasing Friday, January 19th on Steam. I do see a comment about it being on Xbox and Game Pass. I just saw that comment from when we opened up this link here, and obviously I can't personally verify if that's true or not. It would be interesting if it was. This is such a wacky, wild game. It is almost worth just like, I'm not saying trying it, but like just seeing how it is, but from people and being like, what is this like wild Pokemon kind of game? I'm not saying it's a bad idea or anything, but like it is weird to see like these monsters. Like, look at this little chicken down here, and it's gonna have like what, an Uzi? Like, don't you think that's weird? Like, it's just like, it might be wacky enough where you're like, I may have to try this. Yeah. So this is, I think this is like it has to be so over the top wacky that it's going to pull somebody in to be like, yeah, this is so wacky and crazy. It might just work. I don't have anything else to say. I'm really curious about this one for this month. Palworld, this is going to be a super interesting game to see on release and see who plays it. If it's on Game Pass, I would be inclined to give it like a like Game Pass kind of like download and then see how it is. But anyway, that's all I gotta say about Palworld for me personally. I'll turn it over to you.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have much to say about it other than what you just said. Yeah, I mean, if it's on Game Pass, it might be worth checking out. Not really on my radar, especially with all the upcoming releases in early February that we talked about last week.
Right.
But yeah, I just saw this and I was like, oh yeah, this game,
this thing,
this weird,
this
crazy Pokemon with guns thing. That
right.
I'll just be interested to see like what exactly it is. And if people like it,
I'm super interested.
It's quite an idea.
It is a really crazy. I'm super interested to see how it goes. Like I said, I think this is like a super hit. This is one of those. This is like This is one of those like far ends of the spectrum. Either it's going to be too wacky and nobody's going to like it because it's like Pokemon with guns. What a stupid concept. Or it's going to hit like the right note somehow. It's going to like somehow blend it all together, like in a way where it's like, yeah. These creatures with guns, okay, it's working somehow. I don't think there's going to be a middle ground with this kind of concept. I don't see a middle ground. Like, I'm not lukewarm on the game. You know, you got to be like out here on it. Anyway, okay.
Yep.
Palworld. Maybe there'll be some like footage of it that goes on YouTube before release. And they like somebody shows more gameplay of it. Smite 2. We have Smite 2 coming out now, or being announced, being announced. A true sequel to the mythological third-person MOBA, Unreal Engine 5. I mean, it's Smite. We're not super Smite people.
Nope.
I know some people play Smite. They enjoy it. It's an interesting game. It's survived the like MOBA transition phase where everybody's trying to figure out which MOBAs are going to survive. League, Dota. Smite has survived. And I do think part of that is because Smite on console, I think actually works the way that it plays. I think it works. So I think part of it could be console players want to play this MOBA. And I'm not saying PC people don't.
From what I've seen of Smite, it's a third-person action game. That game I would probably prefer to play with a controller.
Exactly.
As opposed to a keyboard and mouse.
Yeah.
So it's a third-person action game, so...
Yeah. I can see that console version of this game have caused it to have more success. So we're getting this sequel. I mean, like, I'm visually looking at it here. It looks great when you look at it, like, from their previews here. This is pre-alpha footage, not final, but like, the characters look really good. I don't think, when you look at the Smite right now, I'm not saying it looks bad, but looking at this compared to what I see in Smite, this looks really nice. So I will say that I think there's some more information on this that we're not going to be able to touch on. For example, what happens if I'm a player in Smite 1? How do things carry over to Smite 2? What if I have like a premium currency in Smite? Can it carry over to Smite 2? I think there's some questions that didn't get answered in this particular tweet, but I did see a couple people who I know play Smite on Twitter talking about it. I mean, good for Smite. Like, it's gonna look great. It's in Unreal Engine 5. We've seen things that are in Unreal Engine 5 and they look fantastic. You know, wish more developers would stop trying to use their own engines that are cobbled together garbage. But that's not.
Yeah.
And just like use somebody else's engine that works really well. It looks really good. I don't have any other comments.
It does. Yeah, I mean, I've never played Smite. I know it's kind of one of the three MOBAs. You got League, you got Dota, and you've got Smite. Heroes. I mean, Heroes still exists, but it's dead. Let's be real.
Yeah, it's dead.
Yeah, I mean, interesting that they decided to do a sequel here. I wonder what will change other than it just looking better. I wonder if anything will be different. Again, I don't know enough about the game to say what would be different if they did change anything. But yeah, I mean, the trailer looks really good. The game, the game looks really good, which is probably what they're trying to demonstrate with this trailer, at least.
Exactly.
Early act or alpha test is going to be in the spring, I think, or I forget exactly what they said, but
something like that. Yeah, I'm not surprised they went for like a Smite 2 if you're trying to revamp certain things like graphical quality, or if you're trying to revamp another system in place, or if you're trying to build excitement. You want to say we're going to do like a 2.0. So there's like multiple reasons, and I think it looks great. Like, just looking at it visually kind of makes me think like, hey, this is like a really nice game. And if you see it from the lens of like, hey, on console, this looks great on console.
Yeah,
it's appealing. So
yeah, I agree. It'll be interesting to see, again, what they do with existing Smite players and how stuff carries over. Because if they like reset everybody's accounts for Smite 2 and you don't have anything unlocked, even if you are a huge fan and played a ton of the first game, then that is not going to go over well.
I don't think it's going to work.
So.
I don't think that would work. I think they'll carry over your progress and everything. And I think there'll be certain things that'll carry over, but there will be like new things that will have to be re-unlocked. That'll have to be unlocked, not re-unlocked. But like there'll probably be like new characters. You're gonna have to unlock some new characters.
Yeah.
So anyway, all right. Let's keep going from Smite. I think the next thing I have is Discord. So this is layoff. This is the layoff part. So. Discord laid off 17% of the company, 170 people. Basic math, meaning before they had 1,000. So they laid off 70% of the workforce. That's a really big percentage. That's one of those percentages, like with Twitch, that makes me signal, okay, you're hemorrhaging money. I still don't understand Discord's revenue strategy. They have the Nitro. I subscribe to Nitro, and I have like some value that I get from it, but I don't think Nitro is worth the $10 that you pay for it, frankly. They have other revenue strategies that they've been trying, which I think have been really stupid. One of which being you can like put like an overlay on your profile picture, and it costs like $3 to buy this like really basic looking overlay. And then if you're on Discord Nitro, it's not free to get this. I don't have an example of it, but you'll see it. There's like a Discord store, and you'll see it in there. And it's really stupid looking. It's really stupid. Like, it's a really bad like way to try and extra monetize the product. I just think Discord has a lot of monetization problems. I still don't think they know how to make like real money. I mean, they can make money, but like with Twitch, like Twitch makes money, but that doesn't mean they make a profit. Discord makes money. They probably don't make a profit. 17% to me is like we're having some real cash issues. And that's not just we're closing a department. Like, we're having some real cash issues. We don't know how to make money. We need to figure out how to make money, but also save money. Yeah, I think Discord will be fine because it's too big. Discord's too big, but this is what happens during layoff season. And when it's 17%, like, it's a huge red flag to me. So that's all I have to say about Discord.
Yeah, I mean, I hope they don't get more aggressive with their monetization and turn Discord into trash. But other than that,
yeah, I think there are limitations to how many servers you can join now, by the way.
I mean,
I think there are limitations now.
Yeah.
I didn't know if they had it before, but there are now, from what I remember.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how you make money on a frickin' server, chat servers like that. Would not be my
It depends. Do you want to be predatory or not predatory? I mean, do you want to be aggressive? Do you want to be aggressive? Like, being aggressive would be like, you know, if you want to join so many servers, you have to pay like some money for it.
Yeah.
There's ways. It's just, I think Discord hasn't been aggressive, and like, they tried to do a store. You know, they tried to do like Steam. That failed. You know, they couldn't remake Steam in Discord.
Yeah.
You know, they've tried other things. It just hasn't worked. And yeah, like I said, they have this new one where they're like, you can put like a little like overlay on your profile picture, and it's like, it's one of those where I'm like, this is stupid. I'm not going to pay $3 for this. It's stupid. It's a stupid thing for $3, and I'm not getting it for free with Nitro, so I'm not going to use it. Like, why would I use it? It's dumb. So they're trying things. They're not hitting the right notes with monetization.
Yeah.
So same thing with Twitch. We're going to talk about Twitch here, and